Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my new video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about three topics, mainly Modi's trip to Israel. I'm also going to be talking about Eileen Gu as well. And also, I'm going to start with Iran. So, without further ado, don't forget to like, share, try and watch the video to the end. It really helps the algorithm. And let's start with the show. So, I'll start with Iran. And a list of demands has been released what US wanted from Iran, and you can see this list. They want Iran to destroy all three nuclear sites in Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. Deliver all enriched uranium to the United States. No clauses. Zero enrichment. But Iran can keep the Tehran nuclear research reactor. And minimum sanctions relief up front, more if Iran is compliant. So this doesn't sound like a negotiation, guys. This sounds like they want Iran to capitulate, basically, or surrender. No country with any dignity or pride will accept these conditions. No country. Especially when Israel has nuclear weapons and it does not have to abide by international law. So these conditions, I don't think are Trump's conditions, by the way. I think these conditions are sent by Israel. And Israel pretty much controls American foreign policy. Trump's foreign guys doing the negotiations on behalf of the United States are Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff. They are both hardline Zionists, both of them. Jared Kushner doesn't even have an office in the administration, but he's out there doing, foreign negotiations and foreign policies on behalf of Israel. So you see, this is why America is controlled by Israel. They have these Israeli goons running the show. Iran will never agree to these conditions, which tells me that Israel wants World War III and America is going along with it. And Trump is going along with it as well. His whole cabinet is just hardline Zionists. Every single one of them is hardline Zionists. Not even one is, telling Trump the truth. They're all following Israeli propaganda, all of them, including J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, everyone. There's not a single one that is normal. So this is why there's probably going to be some sort of war with Iran. And they believe that a war with Iran, this is probably Israel's last chance because Americans are waking up to Israel's true true personality, or you can say the mask is off for Israel. They know what Israel is like. This is a genocidal state, hell bent on world destruction, World War III. They push for wars all over the world, and this is the kind of genocidal states Israel is, and people are waking up. Americans are waking up, and Trump is silly enough to go along with it. And Israel knows that as America declines, you know that the dollar is falling, the economy is falling, inflation is rising, debt is rising in America. There's going to be very soon. There's going to be a massive collapse, and Israel knows this. So they know that the window is closing. The window of opportunity to attack Iran is closing. Iran's got time in its hands. The longer Iran waits, the stronger it gets. And America, it doesn't have time. I mean, time for it to collapse, maybe? Time for the dollar to collapse? Who knows? So they know this is the last chance they will have to attack Iran. So this is why they are pushing for war with Iran. And Iran is the final piece of the jigsaw. 20 years ago, they took 6, 7 countries to destroy. Iraq, Libya, Syria, um, Afghanistan, You know, Lebanon picked like 7 or 8 different countries to destroy over 20 years, and they've done that. Syria, they did it, and Iran is the last piece of the puzzle for Israel before they start dominating the Middle East. You will see if Iran falls, Israel will push its Greater Israel project along the Middle East. There's nobody that will stop them, not one country, because all the countries are pretty much taken over. They're all puppets of Israel, including Saudi Arabia, Jordan, even Iraq, Syria, you name it. They're all puppets, and they will all capitulate to Israel. Even Mike Huckabee came on the other day and said, if Israel wants to take the rest of the Middle East, they should do it. America's not going to stop them. So that's where we are, guys. But it's not going to be easy for the Americans, I'll tell you that now. Iran is nearing a deal with China to get supersonic anti-ship missiles. These are carrier killers, by the way. So if hypersonic missiles don't do the trick, these anti-ship missiles will do the trick. Either way, I probably estimate some carrier will be struck. I don't know if a carrier will be sunk because these carriers are super, super thick and strong. It might take a few hypersonic missiles and a few of these supersonic missiles to sink it, but they will be definitely damaged, big time damaged. And America will lose a lot of troops. They will lose a lot of equipment because these aircraft carriers carry hundreds of billions worth of equipment, including planes and other high-tech equipment, drones and things like that. So it's going to cost them a lot of money, guys. It's going to cost them a lot of money. And Iran's not going to be quick and easy like it was for Iraq, for Syria, for example. It's not going to be like that. You know, Iran's had more than 50 years to basically prepare for this. 50 years to prepare for sanctions and wars. They've been preparing for this. They knew the West was coming after them. They knew ever since they used Iraq to fight a 10-year war with Iran. But even Iraq, with all the weapons given by the Americans and the Israelis, they couldn't take Iran down. So Iran knows it's coming. They have underground bunkers. They have weapons, missiles they've created themselves. They got help from China and Russia. They can control the Hormuz Strait. There's a lot of unknowns here, guys. Americans are not looking at. Trump is not known to be very clever. I mean, you can see him at The Apprentice. He is not a clever president, unfortunately. So he cannot think long term. He cannot see consequences, what this would lead to. You know, he's just a showman. He's just a businessman. He's all about the money. But when things go south, or when the shit hits the fan, then people will ask for his head. So talking about shit, guys, you probably heard this story about the aircraft carrier Gerald Ford battling toilet failures. So the story is that all the toilets in this aircraft carrier have been blocked. Some say it was sabotage. Some say it was soldiers who do not want to fight in Iran. They have blocked it on purpose, so the aircraft carrier goes home. Others are saying this aircraft carrier is basically old, nothing works, and maybe they want this aircraft carrier to be sunk so they can build a new one. That's what some people are saying. They want this to be sunk, guys, because nothing's working on it. So it could be, and obviously we don't know for sure. But one thing's for sure, American equipment is not the same as it was 50, 60 years ago. American manufacturing, you know, everything is expensive now, maintenance and stuff like that. So same with the Boeing planes. They have been taking a lot of shortcuts in a lot of these aircraft carriers and ships, and they are not modern. They are not modernized. They might have the latest radar and weapons and things like that, but everything else, I think they've been cutting corners. And And these aircraft carriers nowadays, in modern warfare, they're just sitting ducks, guys. You can just send maybe 300 drones towards an aircraft carrier. The aircraft carrier will use all its anti-aircraft missiles, which cost around 500,000 each. They will get depleted, trying to take down the drones. Then Iran will probably send some slow-moving missiles, and they more, anti-aircraft missiles will be depleted. And finally, Iran can use its super-fast hypersonic missiles. At this point, they will have no air defense left, and those hypersonic missiles will just keep hitting the aircraft carrier. They're just going to be sitting ducks, guys. There's no question. When will this war happen? People are saying it could happen at the end of this week. Who knows? Trump said 10 days about 5 days ago, so it could be end of this week, the next week. But you can see from the media, from Congress, from social media, people who kind of cheer for MAGA and stuff like that, they are all dying for a war, including Israeli media as well. They're all pushing for it. So it could happen this week, next week, who knows, guys. So let me come to this story here. You have Modi. Modi made a visit to to Israel, and he made an absolute fool of himself. Absolute fool of himself. He doesn't know what the hell he was talking about. He was saying things like Israel is the father, India is the mother, or something, or Israel is the man, India is the woman. I don't know what he is trying to imply, that they should both get together or something as a couple. Is that maybe what he was trying to imply? And this was he's the first leader apart from United States visiting Israel after the genocide or during the genocide, because the genocide is still going on. This is India supposed to be standing up for the global south. But no, they want to stand for Israel. They want to stand with the people who are genociding the Muslims. Absolute own goal by India, guys. They are absolutely hated in social media. You just have to go through the feed in social media. People are making fun of Modi. People are making fun out of Indians. Even Israelis are making fun out of Indians. I'm not joking. We have this post here. This post is from the Jewish Reddit page. And you can see even the Jews are making fun out of India. One particular Jew has said, "Our only supporters are Indians. I don't think they understand what we're going through. We're being accused of genocidal Zionists, and Indian people just hand out empty platitudes like, 'Oh yeah, I love Israel.' The remarks feel so hollow. They don't even care about us individuals. They just blindly follow us like we're some sort of monolithic entity. It's really frustrating to realize that your only supporters are doing it because they think somehow we will help them financially. They probably bought into the whole Jews control the West idea, and they're hoping they'll get some sort of opportunity by befriending us. It's so effing alienating. I don't want this." So you see, even the Jews are making fun out of Modi and India. The only thing the Jews and the Hindus have in common is they both worship a cow. The Israelis worship, or the Jews worship a cow, which is the satanic version, a Moloch, I believe it's called, and the Hindus worship a cow. But when you actually think about it, the Indians and the Jews have nothing in common. The Jews, for example, they eat cow, right? Kosher, obviously, they have to be kosher cows. They eat beef. Indians don't eat beef, or Hindus don't eat beef. And so and Indians, they love idol worship, and the Jews are completely against idol worshippers, completely against it. In fact, the Jews hate the idol worshippers more than they hate Christians or Muslims. They absolutely hate them. And they hate them so much, you can see that in the parliament, when Modi was given a speech, you can see the opposition leaders walking off. You can see, look, when Modi was giving the speech, they were all walking off, the opposition. It was so, must have been so embarrassing for India. 'Cause you have the actual Jews who despise Indians are walking off. And this is the guy Modi is trying to make friends with, and this is the guy Modi is alienating the global south. The global south is looking at this. China, Russia, rest of the global south, Asia, all the Muslim countries, all looking at this, and they are thinking, what a sucker this Indian Prime Minister is. What a sucker. There's even stories about Modi singing and dancing for Benjamin Netanyahu and also danced for Donald Trump. This is on the Epstein files, guys. Epstein basically has said in an email Modi was dancing for Trump and Netanyahu. And there's lots of memes all over social media with Modi dancing. It's absolutely laughable. It is laughable. And you can see here, Israel is the fatherland, India is the motherland. Come on. Absolutely, you know, this is beyond parody. And this is the worst moment to visit Israel. Worst moment to visit Israel, especially when this genocide is going on. Israel is pushing for wars in the Middle East. They're pushing for World War III. And India is basically siding with Israel. They've made a decision. They don't want to go along with the global south. They don't want to go along with BRICS. They rather go along with Israel. I say kick them out of BRICS, guys. Kick them out right now. I mean, look at the way he's hugging Netanyahu and hugging each other. I mean, this is beyond a joke, man. I mean, this is beyond a joke. They're laughing, joking, hugging each other, literally. Look at that. Oh my God, this is beyond a joke. Beyond a joke, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, Modi is just probably one of the worst leaders I have ever seen in my whole life. This is the guy who's gonna take India into superpower status. So they decided to join forces with Israel. They want to be part of the Greater Israel Project and destroy all the Muslims. That's what they want to do together. So let's see how this works. I mean, the Muslim countries can easily destroy India. They can all refuse to sell oil to India, and India's economy will just collapse. Just collapse, guys. India has also stopped buying Russian oil because of Trump. I mean, they are buying some oil, but not as much as before. I think they down a lot, and Russia is now going to China and selling the rest to China. China will happily buy it. But India is a country that cannot be trusted. They have gone completely um, turned into puppets for the West. Completely. I say colonize them, guys. These guys are asking for colonization part two. They just love to be colonized by the West. And I say just colonize them as soon as possible. Their defense is weak. They don't really have much of an army. All their planes are grounded. All the Tejas planes that they've made, they're all grounded. So they are open for invasion, guys. So if you're a Western country, you want to bring back the glory days of past colonialism, I say go and invade India first. They will greet you with open arms. Obviously, I'm talking satire, guys. I'm not asking for India to be invaded. It's just satire. But let me know what you guys think. So finally, I'm going to talk about this young lady. I made a few videos. I don't know if you guys remember me making a few videos of Eileen Gu a few years ago. So this is a woman who's the modern day, I would say modern day Helen of Troy. She is everything. Like she has everything basically. She has the look. She's a runway model. She's got modeling contracts worth millions. She's highly educated. She's studied in Stanford. She's got some of the best grades Stanford students ever produced. She has 0.1% of the best grades for her year. I was looking at this. She is talented. She's obviously an Olympic gold medal winner, also a silver medal winner. She's one of the most decorated winners in Olympic history, Winter Olympics history, and normal Olympics as well. She is extremely like diplomatic. She knows she doesn't. She's extremely likable. That's what I'm saying. She's diplomatic and likable, even though the Americans are absolutely hating on her. Giving her so much abuse, but she is still, standing tall as a lady. She's being diplomatic. She's being nice with her words. She's basically everything. You know, she's like the perfect lady. She has everything. And she has drive, determination, strength, mental strength. You know, she is what Americans should be proud of. Somebody like her. The amount of hate that she receives from America, including J.D. Vance, came on. Obama also came on as well. The amount of hate that she gets. But let me tell you something, guys. There's other Olympiads in the Olympic Games. There's one Chinese woman. She was born and raised in America, but she's competing for Great Britain and she won a gold. She doesn't get any hate. Then you have lots of Israelis, American born Israelis competing for Israel in the Winter Olympics. They don't get any hate. So why is she getting hate? Because she has everything and she's also Chinese. She's representing China. And they hate it. They hate anything to do with China. And it's just pure racism, guys. Pure racism. If she won gold medals if she representing Israel and she won 5 gold medals for Israel, the media would be celebrating. Media would be like, wow, look at this American Israeli, we are so proud. She would be absolutely superstar in Israel and in America. But no, because she's representing China, which is her birth mother's hometown, I mean, home country, and her grandmother. Her grandmother died as well during her competing, which is quite sad. But her mum, Americans are saying that they deserve Eileen Gu. They don't deserve anything. It was her mum that used to take her to training. Mum paid for her, skiing lessons. Her mum took her to skiing classes. Her mum paid for it with her own hand, with her own blood and sweat. America didn't do much to help her. They didn't give her any funding or anything like that. Her mum did everything, and now America wants to get all the audits. Well, screw that, guys. Screw that. Yeah, they should be proud of her. I mean, she is one hell of a lady, and they should be absolutely proud of her. It doesn't matter if she's representing China or not. The fact that she's American Chinese, just celebrate her. And there's another anti-Chinese girl whose father is very anti-Chinese, I think, and she competed as well. She looks like a completely feminized woke woman. She's got these cow rings in her teeth. I don't know if you've seen her, guys. She's got cow rings in her teeth or something. She looks completely woke, completely feminized, Western feminism, and she won a gold medal, and they're all celebrating her. But guess what? She doesn't even earn 0.1% of what Eileen earns. Eileen earns 2.4 million per year through sponsorships, through contracts. This woke girl who's won a gold medal, doesn't get any money from the American government. They still treat her like she's Chinese. She's got no contracts. She doesn't even earn like 0.1% of what Eileen earns. So yeah, if she competed for China, at least she would have got something out of it. But no, she wants to compete for America. And if you compete for America, you get nothing, guys. Absolutely nothing. American government doesn't do anything to help you. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care for now. Bye.